and welcome back to Geek Chef Gaming. I'm your host, Chris Geek Chef Tracy, and here to bring you back some more Bloodborne. Right now we are going to do Cainherst Castle. If I can find which of these gravestones actually teleport me there. Where we left off last time is we got to Bergenwiller and defeated Rom. We also took out the Crow of Cainherst and completed Eileen the Crow's quest line, as well as the young girl's quest line, and saw what's the end of Father Gassion's bloodline. The good news is, as I'm using a church weapon, I'll be extremely effective here. Because righteous damage does a bonus to anything that is deemed heretical by the Bleeding Church, and the Vilebloods and all enemies in Cainherst are considered heretical. Those fuckers aren't tough, they're just hard to hit. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Bloodstone chunk, nice. That was my fault. Deceptive fall. Dead Executioner. A sect of the Holy Church dedicated to hunting Vilebloods. Evelyn, the best handgun in the game. Fortunately requires high blood tinge. quite a few chunks. Some keep getting shot. Seems the headless ones can only stun. Fuck, no, fuck, I'm dead. Got lucky there. They fucking 1 HP'd that shit. Knight's trousers, dress, knight's gloves, knight's garb. Okay, that's to a boss fight. I'm not risking this much runes.
What is it you did? Good hunter. Very well, let me... Farewell, good... May you...
Now that's effectively maxed. tempting. There isn't much kin. I'll keep it where I'm at. Nah, I'll keep it. I do not have the blood tinge to use the Evelyn, unfortunately. walked around it a little bit more. Crown of Illusions. An old bloodstained summons inviting an honored guest to the Forsaken Castle Cainherst. Rather bafflingly, it's addressed to you. Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Helmlick Crossing. Eye pendant. An eye pendant which unlocks the surgery altar. There are two cathedrals in the Hunter's Dream. One lies past the River of Blood, and the other contains the private research hall of the Healing Church. Only chosen members of the Healing Church or their lamentable patients can enter the research hall using this eye. Grant eyes to the surgery altar's skull. A tattered, deformed rock, perhaps a meteorite. Appears useless but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said. Step lightly round the right to the great cathedral and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Key to the lecture theater and the lecture building. Today, the two-story lecture building is adrift in the nightmare, but once it was a place of reflection where scholars learned history and archaeology. Perhaps it still is, as the students of the lecture theater appear to await the return of their professor. Lunarium Key. Key to Lunarium facing the lake on the second floor of Bergenworth College. In his final years, Master Wilhelm was fond of the lookout, and the rocking chair that was kept there for meditation. In the end, it is said he left his secrets with the lake. White ribbon that the messengers are oddly fond of. The ribbon is made of fine lace and shines remarkably, more suited to pretty young girls than silly old messengers. Old hunter bell. Firing hammer badge. Powder kegs. Radiant sword hunter badge. Sword hunter badge. Spark hunter badge. Badge crafted in secret by Archibald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Church. Archibald is fascinated by the blue sparks. Oh yeah, I've already read this one. Crow hunter badge. Badge of the hunter of hunters, who hunts those who have become addled with blood. The badge of the hunter of hunters is quietly passed down from generation to generation, usually to an outsider from the hinterlands. To be entrusted with this cursed badge, one must be strong, resilient to the seduction of the blood, and gracious when taking a comrade's life. Powder keg badge. The powder kegs are driven by singular ideas and crafted strange weapons, great intricacy. It is clear the philosophy of the powder kegs was already established at this time. Misplaced workshop tool from the Hunter's Dream. The hunter retrieves this can extract arcane haze from ritual materials, but alas, spent materials are lost. Eye of a blood-drunk hunter. Pupils collapsed and turned to mush, indicating the onset of the scourge of beasts. A hunter who gets drunk with blood is said to be taken by the nightmare. destined to wander forever, and engaged in an endless hunt, the fate that no hunter can escape. Beast Cutter, a trick weapon used by the old hunters. This thick iron cleaver strikes through the strongest of beast tides, and when transformed, the blade splits into sections, allowing one to slash within the fashion of a heavy whip. This crude weapon relies on brute force and is regularly inelegant, suggesting that the hunts of the earliest hunters made for horrific affairs, painted in sanguine blacks and reds. Special trick weapon passed down among Hunter of Hunters. One of the oldest weapons of the workshop. Splits into two when activated. This weapon's warped blades are forged with starlight, a rare mineral of the mineral of the heavens. Most effective in swift attacks, such as after quick stepping. A trick weapon typically used by the healing church hunters. On one side, an easily handled civil sword. On the other, a giant, obstinate stone hammer, characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. The church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance towards the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon the wielders of this most symbolic of weapons. Red Perlash, I think that's how it's called. A weapon wielded by the Knights of Cainherst. Combines the elegant knight's sword with the particular firearm wielded by the Cainherst Order. Old nobles, long-time biters of the blood, were no strangers to the sanguine plague, and the disposal of beasts was a discreet task left to the servants, or knights as they were called, for the sake of appearances. Which a unique trick weapon contrived by Archbald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Workshop Church. Striking this particular iron Morningstar filled flail like a match generates the same blue sparks that that blanket a dark beast. Unfortunately, for reasons untold, the hunters of Archbald's time did not fully take to this device. Arm of a small Amidala, a great one. Strictly speaking, the Amidala arm is no trick weapon of any sort, but certain madmen wield them like clubs. Starts as a large, tough blunt weapon, formed of bone, but when extended, the hand quivers as if it were alive. Special pistol only used by Cainherst Knights. The Evelyn uses quicksilver bullets just as any workshop firearm, but the Cainherst variant relies more on blood tinge. Lovingly named after a woman and graced with intricate design, Evelyn were adored by Cainherst Knights. A large prototype firearm fashioned by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs. Use of this weapon is the equivalent of toting a mounted cannon, complete with ridiculous weight, staggering kick, and lavish use of quicksilver bullets into battle. Such a monstrosity was doomed from the start, and indeed its development was cut short. Yet against impossibly gigantic foes, it might just be the thing. This is a highly customized, portable version of the stationary Gatling gun operated by the old hunter Durja in Old Yarnum. It was a weapon of choice of the youngest of three of Durja's companions. The Gatling gun boosts exceptional firing functionality, but is considered a cumbersome weapon due to its excessive weight and insatiable consumption of quicksilver for bullets. One of the staple articles a hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. Product the scourge of the beasts that once plagued Old Yarnum and culminated in the town's fiery cleansing. The caped dampness makes it highly resistant to fire, whereas this attire hunted down victims of the scourge who survived the raging flames and stench of singed blood. Attire of the retired hunter Durja. This is worn wolf cap was his trademark. Durja was known for his contact with the powder kegs, the heretics of the workshop. He is said to have been both uncommonly kind and dreadfully foolish. Durja was defeated by the state of Old Yarnum and renounced his hunter's vows. Old hunter's cap. An old hunter cap with a wide brim that hides their sharp gaze. In the old days when the hunters were 10 a penny, this was part of their standard garb. Old hunter guard. One day the hunters disappeared, and the Yarnums began to whisper of the hunter's sin. Drunk with blood, chasing after beasts, they would pass on to the nightmare, every last one of them. Old hunter gauntlets made of brass to protect the weapon-bearing hands. At the time of the hunters believed that certain metals would warm off beast blood. On the night of the hunt, it was no wonder that some resort to superstition. Old hunter trousers that protected countless hunters from the beasts in an older age. Widespread belief of the period was that beast blood crept up the right leg, and this led to the double-wrapped belt. Old hunter top hat, wrapped by warped by blood stains. In the old days, when hunters were 10 a penny, this was part of the standard garb. White surgical gloves, intricate embroidery, reuse a spell that protects the wearer. Church engages in a hunt in a medical capacity. As the cancer discovered, one must pinpoint its location, reach in, and wrench it from the host's bosom. Yeah, I've already checked this one. White church hat. Attire special church doctors. These doctors are superiors to the black preventative hunters and specialists in experimentally backed blood menstruation and the scourge of the beast. They believe that medicine is not a means of treatment, but rather a method of research, and that some knowledge can only be obtained from exposing oneself to sickness. Tyre special church honors. Back to blood, administration, scourge of the beast. Yeah, the same thing. Tyre tomb prospectors who explore the old labyrinth on behalf of the Healing Church. The Healing Church traces its roots to Bergenworth, and therefore the ruins, therefore aware of the ruins' true importance. They contain much more than mere hunters' trinkets. Indeed, they hide the very secrets of the old Great Ones, sought after by those with the insight to imagine greatness. Black Hood Iron Helm. Iron helmet worn by hunters of the unseen village. Hunters of Yahar'gul answer only to the village's founders, the School of Mensis. Hunters in name only, these kidnappers wear their black hoods low to shadow their eyes. This helm is made of metal, a rarity for hunter garb, and has high defense, but only against physical attacks. Thick black pullover worn by hunters of the unseen village. Answer only to its founders, School of Mensis. Hunters in name only. These kidnappers blend in the night, wearing this attire. Designed primarily to defend against physical attacks, the binding of thick rope serves as both to protect its wearer and to restrain its foes. Designed primarily to defend against physical attacks. Designed primarily to defend against physical attacks. Attire worn by the band of executioners commanded by Martyr Ligarius. Later became the basis of all church attire, with its heavy draping of holy shawl. As the great Ligarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish. But regardless, we should always strive to be good. Gauntlets worn by the executioners and commanded by Martyr Ligarius. Brass rivets are unique to the executioners and reflect their adoration for hand-to-hand combat. Executioner's trouser. Later became the basis of a church attire. Knight's wig. Adornment prized by the Knights of Cainherst. Resembles a ponytail of silver hair. The Cainherst way is a mix of nostalgia and bombast. They take great pride in even the blood-stained corpses of beasts that they leave behind, confident in that they will stand as examples of decadent art. Attire of the Knights of Cainherst, regal piece graced by intricate gold work. Cainherst way is a mix of nostalgia and bombast. They take great pride in the blood-stained corpses of beasts that they leave behind, confident that they will stand as examples of decadent art. Regal piece grafted with gold work on red leather. Regal piece made of the finest leather. Attire refined by Hunter Durja, painted with ash in ceremony to ward off blood. Durja was known through his contact with powder kegs, the heretics of the workshop, said to have been uncommonly kind and dreadfully foolish. Same thing, same thing. Hunter's hacks worn by Henrik the Old Hunter. The taciturn old hunter Henrik was once partners with Father Gassion, and though they were a fierce and gallant duo, their partnership led to Henrik's tragically long life. Henrik's unique yellow garb is resistant to bolt and be a great help to any hunter who is inherited one of the hunt. Pretty much the same thing. Once upon a time, a troop of foreign constables chased a beast all the way to Yarnum, and this is what they wore. The constables became victims of the beast, except for one survivor, who in turn devoured the creature whole all by himself. This fable is a favorite among Yarnumites, who are partial to take side. Who are partial to any stories of pompous, intolerant foreigners who suffer for their ignorance. It makes the blood taste all the more sweeter. Hunter wore a Gascon. Yeah. Yeah. Bone mask made out of bone ash worn by the oldest keepers. The keepers who mined the slumbering great ones gained eternal life, preserved in ashen form in a ceremony of flame that cremated body and soul. The long pinned hat is a symbol of the old keepers and is considered evidence of their companionship, forged in a certain sin. Armor made of bone ash, worn by the oldest keepers. The keepers who mine the slumbering old ones gain eternal life, preserved in ashen form in a ceremony, flame that cremated body and soul. Now their frail armor is white and sinewy, a window to the arcane, and a window into an arcane lost art. Pretty much the same thing. Same thing. Graveyard mask. Mascadoris, graveguard of the Forbidden Woods. This pale countenance mimics that of Labyrinth Watchers. William kept two loyal servants back at Bergenworth. When they were sent to Labyrinth, they encountered the Eldritch Truth and went mad. One became the password gatekeeper, and while Dolores became a graveguard of the forest. Both remained loyal even in madness. Willem, not William. Willem. Robe of Doris, graveguard of the Forbidden Woods. Countless bloodied ritual tools hang from its back. And the rest is the same. covered in the blood of untidy rituals. And this is pretty much the same thing as well. Mammonhood. Most tomb prospectors, members of the Healing Church chosen to explore the old labyrinth, are unable to withstand the rate of the old knowledge and go mad. This attire is worn by those lost souls. Truth often resembles madness, inaccessible to the dull of mind. Those who go mad are merely thoughtful souls who failed to reach any conclusions. The appendages draped across them are said to be the kind of projectile charms, or at least that is what those lost souls believe in all their heart. Truth happens. This is the same as the hat. And this is the same as thing. Uniform of the students of Bergenworth, a bygone institute of learning, features a thick cape. The Healing Church has its roots in Bergenworth and naturally borrows heavily from the uniform designs. The focus was not on knowledge or thought, but on pure pretension, would surely being the focus not on knowledge or thought, but on pure pretension would surely bring Master Willem to despair if he only knew. Uniform where the students of Bergenworth are bygone is learning. Alternate black's thick cape. And otherwise it's the same. This is what I was looking for. Crown of Illusions. One of the precious secrets of Cainherst. An old king's crowd said to reveal illusions and expose a mirage that hides a secret. And so Logarius donned the crown of his own violation, determined to prevent a single soul from stumbling upon the vile secret. What visions did he see, sitting silently upon his new throne? Noble dress, a finely tailed Bordeaux dress, worn by nobles of an old bloodline that traces back to the forsaken castle of Cainherst. Rumpled Yargum helm, common cap, well worn and losing its shape. Sweaty clothes, common Yarman clothing, well worn and damp with sweat. Carol rune that transcends the human sounds. This red smudged rune means hunter and has been adopted by those who have taken the Hunter of Hunters oath. The Watchmen admonish those who have become addled with blood, be they men or beasts. Anyone who has threatened the pledges of the Hunter's oath surely has an issue with blood. Hero and transcends human sounds. Air sees sentimentality in the warmth of blood and acknowledges the visceral attacks as one of the darker hunter arts. More blood echoes gained from visceral attacks. Perhaps the air is a hunter who bears the echoing will of those before him. Chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal, but only the root to chalice changes the shape of the old labyrinth when used in a ritual. The old labyrinth is carved by the Numerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch Truth. Sinister Numerian Root Chalice. Root Chalice that breaks multiple labyrinth seals. When used in a ritual, the Sinister Chalice summons the sinister resonant bell. The bell ringing woman appears to be a mad Numerian. The old labyrinth is carved out by the Numerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch Truth. Note, additional Sinister Bell is online use only. Bell ringing woman does not appear offline. Defiled Chalice. Chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal. Only this defiled chalice is cursed. Curses are caused by inciting the anger of the Great Ones, and used to hex others. Special materials are required to complete the ritual. To try one's hand at curses, first seek the Bastard of Lorraine. Hintertomb Chalice. Chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal. Hintertombs are peripheral catacombs of the old underground labyrinth. To this day, the Watchers continue to expand the Hintertombs. Unceremonious catacombs filled with graves and death. Root chalices are used in rituals to break the labyrinth. Hintertombs are unceremonious homes to graves and death. Cesspools of noxious snakes and insects. Lower Hintertomb Chalice. Chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal. Hintertombs are peripheral catacombs of the underground labyrinth. To this day, the Watchers continue to expand the Hintertombs. Same thing, pretty much. And same thing, more or less. Ailing Loran Chalice. Chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal. Loran is a tragic land that was devoured by the sands. The tragedy that snuck into this ailing land of Loran is said to have been the roots of the Scourge of the Beast. Some have made the dreaded exploration. Some have made the dreaded exploration that Yarna may be next.
or get thee gone. Such impudence. Defiled are we, yet still queen. We shall not give audience to an ill-mannered beast. We shall not give or get thee gone. We shall not get thee gone. Visitor. Moon-scented hunter. I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Cainherst. Ruler of the Vilebloods, and sworn enemy of the Church. Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this wretched mask. What is it thou art in search of? Well, well. An odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our plight, and take oath against the Church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood. Very well. Drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn. Now, thou art too a Vileblood. We too, the very last on this earth. We await thy return, for the honor of Cainherst. More talk to be had. We await for the...
Alright, and that's it for Cainherst. But we're not quite done yet. For, you see, we picked up a new Carol rune and an unopened summons. And we know somebody who is quite desperate to get back to Castle Cainherst. Cainherst badge. A badge of the Royal Guards of Cainherst, the Royal Guardians of the Vileblood Queen Annalise. Vilebloods are hunters of blood and hunt prey as they search for blood dregs. The hunter who joins them is faced with the decision to merely borrow their strength or to become one of them, heart and soul. Unopened summons, an old sealed summons. Like the first of its kind, it is an invitation to Cainherst, but for whom it is not known. It lacks an addressee. The Cainherst armor is generally the best in the game, although the Hunter of Hunters set is almost as good. Nothing really new. The Chikage.
Once the night of the hunt part, give it.
Good to see you safe. Now, let's think up. Just tell me what piques your In his time, Master Logarius led his executioners into Cainherst Castle to cleanse it of the Vilebloods. But all did not go well, and Master Logarius became a blessed anchor, guarding us from evil. Tragic, tragic times. That Master Logarius should be abandoned in the accursed domain of the Vilebloods. I must free him, so that he may be properly honored in martyrdom. In his time, Master Logarius led his... But all tragic that I must... Aha! Is that the sigil of Cainherst? I've heard tell of Cainherst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude. Ah, I feel my master's hand at work. Praise the good blood. And let us cleanse these tarnished streets. It has been an honor, but I must say goodbye. Let us cleanse these and may the good blood guide your...
This will help you forget your troubles. Oh, good. You always were the brave, but you can't bottle up everything. You mustn't.
Master, look! I've done it! I've done it! Smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity! What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see. Oh, you, is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it.
Okay. No item left behind. Well, that's it for Cainherst. Things are looking really good right now as far as my level's concerned. Got over 200 blood vials. Damn, okay. Yeah, so next time I'll probably continue on with the Hunter's Nightmare. And let's see what opened up here. Chikage. Foreign-made weapon wielded by the royal guards who protect Annalise, Queen of the Vilebloods, at Cainherst Castle. When the intricate rippled engraving that spans the Chikage's blade is imbued with blood, the sword sings in scarlet hues. However, the right eats away at the wielder's very essence. So, damage boost at the cost of health drain. Garius's wheel. Weapon wielded by Martyr Garrus's band of executioners. Used to slaughter the Vilebloods in Cainherst, bathed in pools of their blood, and forever steeped in their ire. Transformed to increase the power of the wheel and manifest their lingering rage in a show of utter brilliance. And there's the helm. So I got quite a bit of armor to buy. But, I'll worry about that later. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Have a good night.